guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to VicTeeFashionHub with Victoria here today. So these are the fabric that we are going to be using. For me, I didn't have much fabric, so I folded it into four. I folded the fabric into four because these are leftover fabric that I used for an outfit before. Then I have to use it to sew this dress to wear it on Sunday. Yeah, so the first thing I did is measure the length of the where the sleeve will get to. For I think it was around 16 inches. For yours, maybe if you want me more longer. So for the back, you measure 8 inches, divide your back measurement by 2, and for the neckline I use 3 by 1.5 for the back. I use 3 by 1.5 for the back. You can use 3 by 4. It depends on how you want it down, but me, I use 3. You can use 3.5. And I went down by 1 inches for the slope. Yeah, for the slope. Then I use my hand to draw it. You can use your straight ruler to do it, and you can use anything. You can use hand methods, just the way I did it just now. So the next thing is that you are going to measure the how you want your round sleeve to get to. You measured from that slope. I used 10 inches actually. Yeah, I used 10 inches. So after that, I measure from my shoulder to my nipple measurement. I measure from my shoulder to my nipple measurement, then I draw it down. Then I measure to my shoulder to my waistline. So from the waistline I measure to my hip line. That is what I actually did here. Then I use my hand to draw a straight line also. So you can use ruler if your hand is not that straight. If you feel like your hand is not straight, use your ruler. So the next thing is divide your hip by 4. Divide your hip by 4 and add 2 inches allowance to it, just to free. I needed a free gown. Or you add 3 inches, then you cuff it to the sleeve length. So after that, you measure your waist, divide by 4, your waist divide by 4, and add 2 inches or 3 inches or 2.5 inches, depends on how free you want the. And you know this dress is going to have a loop. So after that, you divide your hip by 4 and add 3 inches. The hip should be 3 inches because it will be more free in the hip side, but the bust and the waist may be 2 inches each. Then you use your straight ruler. If your own fabric is much, you can go as much as straight, like as big as you want the down part to be. But because my fabric is not that much, so I just draw a straight this thing to it. Yours may be bigger than this, just like this, and this is how it looks. So I'm going to cut it out right now. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you subscribe and turn off notification buttons to see more of my video. So for the neckline of the front, I go down by 4 inches by 3. So you first of all remove the back before cutting out the front. As you can see the way I just did, you remove the back and place the front back. You fold it again and then cut out the neckline for the front. Make sure you remove the back, because I've seen you forgot that okay, this is the back is there and you just cut it out. You already it will be down in the back, so make sure you remove the back before anything. So right now I already placed. Then I'm going to draw the straight how I want the straight to be. It may be 4 inches, it may be 3 inches, it may be 5, depends on how you want it to down. We are done cutting. Okay, we are not done yet. So the next thing is cut out the loop and the belt of it. So for the belt, I used 2 inches. You can use 1.5 inches. Don't just cut how long you want your belt to be. So for the loop, I use 1.5 inches and cut how many loop you want. Just make sure you sew it and cut how many loop you want. That is all for this tutorial. So we are going to the sewing part right now. Okay, before we go to the sewing part, let's notch out where the loop will be. You measure to your under bust. you measure to your under bust and chalk it out. That is where your loop is going to start from. Then me, I made mistake of this loop. I used 5 loop. Please, when you are doing it, use 4 loop. Only 4 loop. 4 loop will be better. Then I went down by 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. Make it 4. Don't make it 5. It stood down when I make it 5. It wanted to even reach my hip, so I would advise you make it from 4 loop. So you notch out where you want your loop to be. Just make it 4, please. Don't make it 5, because that 5 now started getting to my hip. Is not doing, I don't know, it just felt somehow. So make yours 4. But if you want the 5, is okay. Depends on how you want your fabric to be. So right now we are going to be going to the sewing part. And please, if you've not subscribed till now, please make sure you subscribe and turn off notification button to see more of my video when I upload it. What are you waiting for? Thank you so much, new subscriber. I love you guys so much. Returning subscriber, you all know that I love you. What is that game if I did not love you? Thank you guys. So for this tutorial, we are going to be using facing. I'm not using fabric lining of, we are using facing. So this is how we are going to do it. You turn the facing. You can use paper stay on it or air stay, but for me, I'm not using all those. So you now place the facing and the fabric right side facing each other. You face right side facing each other, sew it, top stitch and sew it down. You do the same thing and use it to turn. You do the same thing to the front part, sew it and top stitch it. So this is the loop that I'm going to be using for the dress. I made 10, but yours make it 8, please, so it will not be just what I want. So I'm already done sewing the facing with the fabric, so I want to give it a good press. Make sure you are ironing when you are sewing. You press it, you iron it very well, so it makes your work neat. So this is the front part. This is the front part, and since I didn't have stream iron, so I had to put water inside before ironing. It's very important, so it will grind so well. So right now we are going to be putting the front and the back right side facing each other to join the shoulder. To join the shoulder, you use the back to turn it just the way I'm doing it and sew this the shoulder part. You do the same thing to the other side. So before that, we are going to be using pin to hold our loop to the fabric, to the right side of the front, or you can use the right side of the back. So you just fold the loop and place it where you notch. You use pin to place it where you notch. When you reach your machine, you can just sew it, just tack it down, go back, go in, tack it down to the other side. That is all for this. Then you put it down, and that's all. So I'm done putting the loop and I'm done sewing the shoulder, as you can see. So the next thing that we are going to do right now, you can see I've already tacked the loop to the fabric of the front. So the next thing that we are going to do right now is you are going to be sewing the sleeve part. You are going to be sewing it. You sew it inward, you sew the sleeve in just the way I'm doing right now. When you sew it to the other side, you sew the other side through. Then you now fold it into 2 right side facing each other, the front and the back. Then you sew 1 inch. Make sure the loop side is inside, just the way you are seeing it right now. The loop side is inside. Then you sew the side with 1 inch or half inches, whatever inches you want to sew it. So you sew the other side too, just like that. And then you sew the down part. You stitch the down part of the dress. We are done with this gown. Very easy to make. So these are the rope that we're going to use to tie the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the outcome when I went to church. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you can see what I'm saying, that the down is now getting to the hip. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notification